Hi my Stampin' friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com and my project for you today is this one. It's little note cards that are easily and quickly made with these delightfully detailed laser cut papers. You can see the beautifulness of them, and I've layered them on. I've used the very vanilla side. There's two sides. You get one side of them comes with very vanilla and the other one is whisper white, so you can use whichever side you like. I have been using mine on the very vanilla side, and I've layered them onto a sheet of very vanilla cardstock, and that gives you just a beautiful texture, and that is the base of your card for you to just create anything on. And I think they're just beautiful, and you get so many of them in a pack. They come as 12 by 12 sheets. These ones have been cut down. They measure 5 inches by 3.5 inches when you've cut them down, and I've just layered them onto a piece of whisper white that measures 5 1/8 by 3 5/8, just to get that beautiful detail on there. So that's how I've made those, using the delightfully detailed laser cut papers. And to complement that, I've just gone simple and some simple stamping with a matching punch, which is called the Petal Punch, and this coordinates with the Pop of Petals stamp set. So if you buy the two together, you've got a beautiful set to quickly create lots of projects. All of these flowers cut out with this punch, including even that butterfly shape. You also get some leaves with it too, so you've got a beautiful set there to create lots of different designs. So let's crack on and I'll show you how I made these beautiful cards. You can see that on here I layered 3 together on some, but on this one just the one. I've added sentiments from the Itty Bitty Greetings. This comes as a set of 2. This is the wood mount, but you can get it in the ordinary clear mount where you mount them yourself on blocks. This is 2 of 2, so you get 32 sentiments in the set. This is just half of it, so I've got another one of these cases full of stamps. So let's get on and create. So today I'm going to use half a sheet of Poppy Parade cardstock, and this measures 6 inches by 8 1/4, and it's scored at 4 1/8. So score that with our bound folder, and I just noticed that there is a bit of a deficit there. I must have scored it slightly off. So let's just take a sliver off that, because that's just going to bug me. Sorted that problem. Right then. All the details will be on my website should you need the measurements and all the products that I've used, along with my online Stampin' Up shop should you wish to purchase any of the products. Right then, so we're going to layer this onto here, and to do that we are going to get a silicone craft sheet with some multi-purpose glue. And I've got a piece of sponge that I've put in one of these little clips, and to secure this to my card, all you need to do is hold that down firm, rub that in your glue and press all over. Now you don't need a lot of glue because of the detail on this. Just a little will go a long way. And try not to move it, because if you move it you're just going to spread glue along the front. So keep it as still as you want, can. Now the silicone craft sheet, that cleans up beautifully with a wet wipe, or just leave it to dry. It would seem I've got some smut on my card base. Can't have that. Get rid of that. That's that. Right then, so let's stick this down. And I've done it so that I've got about 1/16 of an inch border all the way round. So that's that done, and you can see how beautifully that layers and creates a beautiful pattern. And then we're going to layer that onto our poppy parade, and I've done it with quite a border on the outside edges today, mainly because I just didn't want to cut a slither off my cardstock because it just sits in my spares bin forever doing nothing. So we're going to layer that down on our card. And these are very, very quick and easy to make. So layer that down on our card with a good distance border, like that. And now we're going to do some stamping. So I've prepped up on my block what looks to me to be a daffodil or a narcissus flower. I mean, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers, and this one is meant to be a butterfly. Cute. So I've prepped up this one on my block, and you have to work out to start with where to line up your first petal with your punch, and once you've done that it's easy. So I've just done an arrow on there to say that that's how I stamp it down across my sheet of cardstock, and then that will get me that will mean then that it's easy to punch these out. So I have gone for a really fun colour scheme today, and I'm just realised that I haven't got myself any card to stamp out my little flowers. So I think this will be good for the lead-up piece. Right then. So I've prepped my narcissus flower on my block, and I'm going to use some very fun colours today because it's spring. I just feel like using some real fun flowers. So I'm going for 3 colours. So I'm going for Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody and Poppy Parade, and we're going to have 1 in each colour. Right, so I'm opening up my stamp pad, and I've just got ink all over my fingers from opening up that poppy one. Oh, only I could do that. Right then. So I'm going for my lightest colour first down, because that just makes sense to me. So into our Daffodil Delight. Let me just pull you out very slightly so that you can just see a bit more of what I'm doing. So into the Daffodil Delight and stamp down. Into the Mango Melody and stamp down. Oh, pretty. And then into the Poppy Parade and stamp down. And there you can see now that detail, that it does look like a narcissus. But I thought such fun colours. I'm going to put these away because I can see me having a disaster if I don't. So let's punch out our flowers, and to do that you line it up in your punch so that it's all equal distance and punch. And punch. Right, that's our flowers done. So I've given them a bit of dimension by pulling the leaves upwards. because I do like dimension on my cards. So just pull them up to give them a bit of dimension, and then we are going to pop them all onto Stampin' Dimensionals. Now I have also gone ahead and stamped some leaves, but I will show you how I created those. So I have used the leaf images, this one here and this one here, and we're going to use garden green for that. And I've got a piece of I think this is Petals cardstock, and I am just going to stamp down my images on here like that. And like that, and I stamped 3 of those and 3 of those, and then the power of magic, I fussy cut them all out like that. And then we are going to pop them on our card. Now the way I'm going to do it, let's see, so we lay it all out how we want it, possibly like that, and then we take the backings off and we're going to stick those down. So just sort of interlink them is what I've done really, just interlink them, so just to create like a little group of them. And then with my leaves, I have tucked them in where I think they would look good. So start there, and one just there, and then we'll have one in here like that, and then my rounder leaves, I have tucked those in under here. Like that. Then I've just pulled my leaves up, my petals up a little bit more on my flowers because they've scooshed down a bit with me handling them. So just pop those back up again. And then to finish that off, I've got my backed sequins. So let's get all the colours out. They come in 5 colours, but I think today we won't need the purple because that won't go. They seem to have fallen off of here. Right. So then you get our, take your pick tool, and we're going to pop some into the centre, and I think that because it's spring I'm going to use these lemon lime twist ones because I just think that they are fun. So that is that. And then I'm just going to stick 2 of them, dot them around on here. And now we're going to do a sentiment. Oops, that seems to have come off. Right, put those there. And now we're going to do a sentiment. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla here, and I'm going to stamp Scent with Love, and I'm going to stamp that in Poppy Parade. So stamp that on here and hope it's straight. Yeah, looks good. So Scent with Love. And then I've got my classic label punch, and what I want to do is I want to just have that coming out of here. So I want a longer piece here that I can just tuck under there. So I'm going to cut that out with the sentiment to one side, like that. And then I'm going to layer it up on a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock, which I have not prepped up. So I'm going to have to go and get that. So bear with me while I go and get some Poppy Parade. So let's just measure the width of that. So it's about, what is that? It's about 3/8, so half an inch strip. I'm just going to do that, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to use my scissors, and I'm just going to lay that on top here, and I'm just going to use my scissors to mirror what that punch did. So 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Right, so now I'm going to layer that on with a little glue. Layer that on with an equal distant border all the way around, like that. That's good. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a lift at one end, and that is going to sit in there. So I'm going to put a bit of wet glue on this end here, and then we're going to pop it just through there so that you can just see it, like that. And then to finish it off, I'm going to get my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to pop some Wink of Stella on these flowers. So with my lightest first, I'm just going to pop that on. Oops. I think I've squeezed it a bit too much. Gone a bit mad there. And that's just added a bit of shine detail, which I like. There, it's great. Right then, so that is our card, and obviously I would finish it off usually with a piece of Very Vanilla in there and a sentiment, but at the moment I don't want to do a sentiment in the middle because I don't know, I like to keep that for whatever occasion I may need it for. So they are my cards. This one I came from a pack that I had of cards and notelets, and so it's got a matching envelope, this one, so it's really sweet. Really sweet. You've even got that on the back. So that is my idea for today. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and thanks so much for watching my video. All details, measurements and products used will be over on my website. Just click on the little down arrow description bar in the corner here and that will take you over to my website. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and thanks very much for subscribing. It's much appreciated. I'll be back very soon with another video, so for now it's bye from me. Bye!